Sign over your business or we'll burn it down. The leader's voice was casual, like ordering coffee. 3 men stood behind him. Tattoos, dead eyes, the usual type. He laid his gun on the counter, metal against wood. I kept wiping the counter. Slow, precise, the same rhythm I used when cleaning my rifle years ago. This place, my restaurant, wasn't much, but it was 20 years of work, my only quiet after the noise. I glanced at the gun, then at him. He smirked. "You deaf, old man?" Old man. I'd heard that before, from recruits who never came home. "I spent 18 years as a Marine Scout sniper," I said softly. "I know 93 pressure points that'll drop you dead without a sound." They laughed. Always the same. People laugh before they understand what kind of man they're standing in front of. I walked to the door, turned the key. The lock clicked. "Nobody leaves," I said. "Not until I'm done." The laughter died. They didn't come for money. They came because someone sent them. My ex-partner, Daniel. We built this place together, 2 vets trying to make something decent. But he gambled, lied, sold his share behind my back. A month ago, he vanished, said he needed space. I found out later he'd been selling our supplier lists to a local gang, the same one now standing in front of me. I remember the last time we spoke. He said, "You'll never see it coming." I thought he meant a business trick. I didn't know he meant this. That night, I'd stared at our old Marine photo hanging in the back office. 2 brothers in arms. Now just ghosts in different uniforms. It wasn't anger I felt. It was precision, the kind of silence that comes before a bullet leaves the barrel. I started investigating quietly. No violence, just patterns. Every order from suppliers that went missing, every bill that didn't match the books, it all traced back to Daniel. I pulled phone logs. His number appeared on burner phones connected to the gang's warehouse. He used my recipes, my reputation, and my trust. Sold it all for pocket change. Still, I said nothing. I waited. The gang came twice that week, once to warn me, once to negotiate. Each time I smiled, listened, let them believe I was afraid. I moved my savings to a separate account, installed cameras, sent a quiet message to someone I knew from my old unit, now working in law enforcement. He asked, "You planning to handle this the old way?" I said, "No, I'm done with blood." But that was only half true. 2 nights later, I got the call. My contact had the footage. Daniel in a bar, laughing with the same gang leader now standing in my restaurant. I watched the video alone. The sound was poor, but I caught one line. "He's soft now," Daniel said. "He won't fight back." That's when the calm settled in. That deadly, deliberate calm I hadn't felt since Kandahar. The next morning I called Daniel, told him to come by, said I wanted to make peace. He showed up late afternoon, wearing that fake smile he always used when he wanted something. He didn't notice the gang's leader and his men already waiting inside, because I'd invited them too. When the last man entered, I locked the door again. The same metallic click. "Gentlemen," I said, "I believe there's been a misunderstanding." Daniel's smile vanished. I placed the footage on the TV screen. Daniel selling me out, mocking me. Nobody spoke. The gang leader turned to him, eyes narrowing. "You said this was clean?" Daniel stammered, It is. He's bluffing." I cut him off. No bluff. I slid a folder across the table. Copies of bank transfers, supplier invoices, messages. All of it linked back to him. And them. Then I said, quietly, "Law enforcement's been watching this place for 2 weeks. They're waiting outside." Daniel's face drained. The leader cursed under his breath. The silence was perfect. Heavy. Final. I didn't move, didn't raise my voice, just looked Daniel in the eye. "You wanted me weak," I said. "You should have remembered who taught you how to aim." A knock hit the door. Sirens followed. I stepped aside and unlocked it. They were all taken away. Daniel shouting, the gang leader glaring. I just stood there, cleaning the counter. Same motion as before. The officer I knew nodded at me on his way out. No words, none needed. The restaurant was quiet again. The kind of quiet that feels earned. I turned off the lights, looked once at the photo on the wall. 2 Marines, 20 years younger, thinking they'd never turn on each other. Then I whispered, more to myself than anyone, "You were right, Daniel. I didn't see it coming." Pause. "But you never saw how I finish things." And I walked out, locking the door for the last time. End.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Subscribe now to Cheating Stories Insight World for more amazing stories.